Church for such a time as this. This is the vision behind Church 414. Now, due to COVID-19, church can no longer look as it has, at least for now. And that's not a bad thing, right? Because this is forcing us to strip back lots of the layers of the things that we have inherited as church from earlier generations, and also, if we're honest, lots of the things that we ourselves have created or invented church to be. It's forcing us to go back to the basics, to things like gathering together in homes, like sharing a meal, like worshiping together, like praying together. We're rediscovering church. We're not reinventing it because there's nothing to reinvent, but we are rediscovering it. We're tearing the carpet away to find out that there's this incredible hardwood flooring underneath. And this hardwood flooring, this church that's existed for millennia is talked about in Acts chapter 2, verse 42, that says this: they devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and to fellowship, to the breaking of bread and to prayer. Meeting together in each other's homes and fellowshipping together, sharing meals, praying, worshiping. This is Church 414. This is the Acts chapter 2, verse 42 church. This is church for such a time as this. So friends, as we start this journey, we're not losing something, we're regaining something. Maybe something that, if we're honest, we've lost. The simple joy of being in each other's homes, of being in each other's lives, of sitting down at the dining room table and praying a blessing over the food, of talking about the message and how God is calling us to be God's shafts of light and hope in our streets and in our subdivisions. Acts chapter 2 then carries on in verse 43. It says, everyone was filled with awe at the many wonders and signs being performed by the apostles. All the believers were together and had everything in common. They sold property and possessions to give to anyone who had need. Every day they continued to meet together in the temple courts. They broke bread in their homes and ate together with glad and sincere hearts, praising God and enjoying the favor of all the people, and the Lord added to their number daily those who were being saved. Friends, when you read this, does your heart beat? Do you start to imagine the possibilities? Do you feel a hunger and longing for something that even comes close to what we read in Acts chapter 2? I know that I do. Friends, we've been conned, we've been shortchanged, we've been sold the lie that Sunday morning pew sitting equals following Jesus, and it's a lie. And now that veil is being removed from our eyes, we're starting to see that biblical fellowship is something else. And the cool thing is that it's already taking place on your front lawns, under your shady trees, in local parks, on your lawn chairs, and around your kitchen tables. This is already happening. And so we as a church are following the lead of these people who are already doing community, and we're choosing to say, you know what, we want in on that. We want to be part of this. And so on September the 13th, 1 month from now, Church 414 is going to kick off, and the launch will not be on a big stage with spotlights and loud music. Instead, it's going to launch in your living rooms, in your kitchens, and in your homes. So here's what I need from you. I need you to start piecing together your Church 414 cluster. I need you to start calling each other and saying, hey, would you like to be in my Church 414 cluster? And so this means that you need to be proactive. You need to be identifying people in your bubble, people who are already in your circle, and I need you to start forming your groups. Now these groups may be geographically based, or life stage based, or age based, or interest based, but it really doesn't matter. But start forming these groups, and then I need you to call Stacy at the office and let her know who is in your cluster, where it will be held, which home, and who the cluster coordinator will be. Now, this isn't the leader of the group necessarily, but this is the contact person or the point person for your 414 cluster. Now, if you're someone who's thinking, well, A, I don't know who to ask, or maybe B, I don't want to ask and for someone to say no, or C, I don't know that many people, then first of all, pray and ask God who you should ask. Don't wait for someone to ask you, ask someone else. And then if you still need help, then call Stacey at the office and we'll see if we can't come alongside you and help find the right 414 cluster for you. So don't wait. Get on the phone. Start texting, start messaging, start emailing, start reaching out to people. And let's trust God that through the power of the Holy Spirit that Church 414 will become a reality in which the gospel presence of God's church spreads throughout our community.